sure say about 80% of that 7.5 billion allocation to district assembly common fund, Sikano will go directly into the account of the district assemblies.
Very well.
Because of the SC in the past, and with this uncapping thing, Alaska ya kapia Sikani kopie Jubilee House and a bank.
That's right.
And so here, my copy of money now, so na car no more. Me catch road fund. A car road fund at the 5.7 billion.
NHIS.
Good. And sir, ade we ya sia copy no nti sika na ese bam no kra no ye de gu baby e man ho. And this is no kase road fund has been uncapped. As sika bia ye yama kase eba road fund no directly no. Bam ababa ye adwuma ese eye. And Emma Ghana for atomo. And then with this establishment of this women bank na or kind of 51.3 million no. I think there is also one promise a bank can promise yes, it's debatable as to whether it's necessary for us to establish a bank or not. But because of making that promises, it is very important you deliver on that particular promise.
That's right.
And with this allocation, how committed the president is in making sure, say, or making that avenue for women. You serve society.
That's right.
And I think that with that particular thing, na go through all the standardized processing as for the making sure that you can cover baby na that bank will be sustainable. Na be improve the economy. Why will anybody kick against it? I think that it will be positive. And again, dam spillage na a course so we be say everywhere your politics. Asika the people over there do me one brand TV wire pottery fine Alaska ne nkoko nyina tensu ani kokwa brane share that's okobi nsu agu nipa so
but the people very serious.
Yes, young guy or no your pottery farm no order sorry and na nkoko ni nyina tensu ani
eso bi TV o he na nam na ehwe
na ohene kra tensu ani usi TV ya say ohene bi tensu ani o ko hwehwe the bad 3 days and no mu hu no ne chene ni we nyina akọ Alaska, I think that is very, very important. Sir, we have to find a way to compensate these people and make sure, sir, we return them to post-disaster, your friend, a pre-disaster state, Because auto no been wo BBD or more mojuma, una could be in sugu or they deserve some level of compensation as a form. Enti, I buy allocated 242 million. No, I think, sir, yeah, fair in the disbursement. Now you hunipa indeed. I think that those things, you should be able to take care of the people. And again, I know that they see this tidal wave.
That's right.
A specific amount of money has also been. You see, at the end of President Mahama, I saw how concerned and how close he wants to get to the people.
That's right.
In the past, near to Ghana for President Mfane na campus will go close to even look at what is happening. Because yet your mind. Nipa timiwu, disaster timisima nipa wu. The president in the first place will not even go there.
That's right.
He will not even talk about it. And he will not even make specific allocations. So I know the day, I question your Grofobia president or not to the baby in a citizens on baby. But when you begin to do these things, on the 6th Independence Day, Namo Jubilee House.
Okay.
I attended the program. You see, the program was so brief because the president immediately after Weno was going to Volta region to go and see the victims. That is what presidency and leadership is about.
Immediately after
me I met Ibrahim Mahama. Not take care man or so those
driver no,
it's not true. Alaska, you see, I think that the propaganda is getting nasty.
Okay,
I can say on authority, say I was in a car and we met Ibrahim at airport way.
Okay.
He stopped for 1 minute and spoke to us. He spoke to us for 1 minute. No catch it and say he's going to Volta region. So Ibrahim and President Mahama, they didn't even move together.
You see?
And to create impressions on a driver from Accra to Volta region is not true. Me say Ibrahim and President Mahama didn't go together. I met him at the your friends airport, so in a traffic.
That's right.
He spoke to us for almost 1 minute. And all what they are going to do there. So they didn't go together. So how come he drove him?
Wow.
Ebia within the town and on major drive but here Ibrahim Mahama went alone in his black your friends Benz Mercedes. emu no tena de call he drove alone all the way to the place. Or them Hamakra didn't go together. So how come on not drive on? So I think some of this nasty, silly propaganda, no, sometimes you just have to eschew it and look at the real issues in that for them. Right. Yeah, so Alaska thinks with this allocation to the people there, no, it's also very important. And I think one thing you should continue on say, when disaster it will be Ghana niwa maniemua, the president should be available. Be there for the people. Sometimes it's not about Sikao, so it's being present and be endearing yourself to the people. Say, I'm your leader. I share your pain. I'm here with you. And that is what leadership is about. No leader or not to be your friends saying, boy, you American friends, George Floyd.
That's right.
Oh, one walk with ye ben or Ghana.
No, ye different.
You couldn't power techima and but techima need to even Twitter crowd to go and write something. No, Ogu, Independence Square, Nasi, Jubilee House, Ogu. Now I had the economy or you'll be a sub with me a Subaru reflection. Over who said, they are why in the last 8 years. Because some of these things you could have done it. Some of this major decision you could have done it, but he didn't care, and he didn't get good people around him to advise him to come down from his high horses and so forth. So Alaska, things are so far so good. Let's look at the way things will go, and in the next 1 year, no, if we come back to review what government has done now, we'll be able to at this early stage. You see, you can't make it a business. Say, oh. Abinu every step will be baby. I know why because we have some of the near my cost of social media and I say 2-9 na men criticize you. 2-9 na men criticize you.
That's right.
But there's a new government has taken over. At least certain space to do or call wronger. Nobody is saying say don't talk. Because Ghana ni idea. Everybody has a right to comment. But any chin say I don't know wrong cry. You want to just it doesn't. I thought that you lose credibility and people will not take you serious.
Right. I'm saying 4:45 p.m. It's still live on the radio. Mamin kinka me message kakra na fe membra. Dr. Delasi Edward Fitefre our South Tongue do the buy. Was Alaska me down say wo and one ma sebi menya appetite say a metie radio. In fact ene wama mani aje na ene wama mehu se me ya Ghana ni na fempo no ene ehu se John Dramani mama edi onuado have van esamba rural areas yada na se po se ano mehu se nipa aba wo man Ghana oba bebu Ghana na first ni de na de ehu de na enye nipa o se yenda Ghana fo nyina se omo mutumi bo modin epamo sa aboni we efi yenso ana odi yenso Dr. Delasi dia odi aba eno no na mamimfa we so see your friend Andy odi we fi crochet ase o see MPP omo ye scam o see ene former finance minister Amin Adam ka kire say omo implement betting tax omanji tax bia no etwose nkrofu we
Amanfo di better. Without withholding tax and no motete so as can some of this nonsense I think they should just cut it.
That I am proposing to implement in 2025 will give us the fiscal space to eliminate some taxes such as the proposed VAT on electricity if they are still on the books, the emissions tax and the betting tax without compromising.
Reason to my boy say Dr. Bawumia, just listen to him on the taxes and also promises about the
new policies that I am proposing to implement in 2025 will give us the fiscal space to eliminate some taxes such as the proposed VAT on electricity if they are still on the books, the emissions tax and the betting tax without compromising.
The funny thing is that and Afenyo Markin and Co went out there and campaigned on the fact that I'm scrappy. And now I'm scrappy the same person to parliament.
I know to what I'm fine. And the only you know, I'm also there. Was it the omote no
na say na say betting tax would better mote you can ask people who have been betting.
That's right. So
this has sika no mote a ekwana maame ho ana ekwana papa ho also so man jijia. And some of these things, you know, I think that we see yeah politics in such a way. Say chin chia. Some criticize me be
but so we are sad. You know, so it's a Ghana for Nimya.
I'm saying that this budget, put everything aside, is one of the best budgets. I'm telling you. Right. We may have your disagreement, but you see, because it seeks to address major challenges
of the
people. Again, a son give you that kind of assurance, and then expenditure. Now, Alaska, do you know said the amount of money I buying ever spend this year? No, last year they are switching.
That's right.
That is what I fail to say. Amount of money a year market in 2024 budget. And our government echo spending no this year 2025 you expecting kasasi can be cultural, but this money is lower than the amount of money. Yes, and again expenditure no and I make us say lower no the amount of money a year budget in terms of taxes no is somewhere around 223
exactly,
but last year go and check it was 187. So clearly I say something has changed.
Yes. Me da say. Clear. Honorable,
na Alaska. So me dey kan chira say,
but na do pa na panimu pa na nitumo odin sa no.
Ohwa. Ode.
Oze.
Akufa na ka cho say panyini.
Adogagai. Yo. Maji betting tax. Our youth, especially youth.
Also manje.
Ni entity no. Omudi bet na entity sas kan e ko. And I say aye market in some pom bi baby a goes to few on ma some few on ma be Jesus. No, we have to dive into this serious pa.
Alaska Enra na me transfer money from my bank account to my wallet. Omo tell me. Me see sika na free wallet to me way almost sante me.
Right.
Ana obeka say saska no mu manji mu kan na manji wo former finance minister.
Da be na no so wanje ne ba o me ne gina ho ne say oba obeyi efi ho no.
Sisi ano ati wo mtu o. We have to investigate ati wo mtu.
Etie for mbrem na fe yen wrap up. Etie for mbrem. Yaw edu efi ayi so ano say Alaska misre wo how many hours and a budget we yedi omri kan 0303 40262 0303 402 me pacha oba na why na snappy. Good evening
Commander 1.
Yes sir.
Boni adwuma me se wo o man century adwuma ye de and now sign invite people listening to more to a Hoto FM. So Nyangopon fa inchire bia e wo mu enfama. Now my good brother Ivan Ababet na on the night is a baby ewu. Only wa panelists ni nyina Nyangopon inchire won kakasa pa hwe. Abanya atwam ne one of the most useless government na Ghana yenya. Enu ti wahu Onyansani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Finance Minister. Me pacho mami bisa question we. Onimonyafo ato force in UK and our country na America na no wo. So America dia enuti na adwemu dosa no onim economy ni ye enti Nyagopo hira no ye da na se ye mpe Britain ni so oba be ye finance minister mama yo ye pe America ni omu no mu sem ye mmere no mago niemam dia magana fo so na bo ato force Nyagopo hira why.
Right, let us say Eric Mensa bisa say news be at the my first year tertiary student me bacho you yama musika say empanye ni free. Good evening. Jum radio no amfama me.
Moses kaswanya no.
Moses yanko.
Alaska do we sometimes every people kasa dey me zero. Are say nipa nyansa na omu wa na say I don't know. Say, I mean, a former finance minister say, also one general. I don't know one general.
I saw man you betting tax.
Ah, bah.
May I say, okay, Mammy, good evening.
Good evening, Alaska.
I told you, baby, I can see
the one in a suffering and say,
the one young call
Alaska, and then many anxious and die a woman.
Hey,
huh? Alaska, this year, may worry three.
So for pa.
Oh, Alaska, true. Maybe I may worry one, I worry two, I'm in Colana more. Alaska, now, former finance minister,
I see betting tax on Manji.
In fact, and yet, young, I may use the word useless, I'm a papa. When you say Nra, Makwala Bako 83,000 best, one more 300 Ghana. Into no patches, he for the implement is our way. Alaska Makuma, made that young fancy.
Menso beda say Reverend Josiah say Alaska yeda say no apofo Ivan to tell radio no so na ba bi egu. Na o say MPP for muhuom ne muhuom bio. Enkofo no eye nipa bone for. Reverend Josiah Edward Figbechiri. Good evening.
Alaska the Don.
Yes sir.
The man of the movement.
My man.
Yes sir. Alaska the Don Yankupon Sirao Papa ne tia ne bra mame Avine. Yeah, fantastic vibe. Mini abe man Yankupon Sira ni ye papa. Me catch you say Nyansa ni nimdia Yankupon de amano na nye bete sao. Angofo na ono na DOT na kudu adiko na bap angofo ndi omo ba radio so na ba bi utumi say adini Nyansa wo mu tirim say omo aban kasa no metewa na che say me ho ado me fom say de ye di nsuonyu bi agu me so no abrante Nyankopon akira no Alaska tia no ma me wati Nyankopon onye ne kese papa because ocean analysis are na utumi say man is fantastic angasa Nyankopon akira ni ye papa non tunin kwandam yo hwehwe wa asasi bi am sire Nyankopon so man omfa man na na sire ye papa John Dramani Mahama nipa bi mi se no na ese omutumi advice o ma ya ma omu position ni bi no what ya there emfa ho se oya afala we ye panyin na nyansa ni nimdi okura no o advice amanfo for adwuma kon company bi ni ade wo mo de da institution no ebe boa yan Alaska edimpanyfo nwe ho na omofa enko adwunjim na bibia anye de enko so na Alaska me sin ne budget die papa no jomama o se Nyankopon na de ne ba ya nkasa sisi wa ma ewiase ye nyina ya kuma to Alaska wo da sisi wo da yetimi da so ati ase e ma ayam sisi bi ani ho o mele ni tu ni Nyankopon nya adwuma me da ase
Menso me da ase. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Ujina so. Hello, Benke. Benke ujina so yanko.
Alaska de don me mawaju moni adwuma. Edinti akese ede ma Ivan che innocent. Na wankasa. Na Alaska wonwa se former finance minister. Now no finance minister na mpa. Alaska mensri o because se obi onu no tie nchen kura nim se saa kronfo aban amudi bayi na mo gigi yen betting tax na wo finance minister mua abegina TV so e ka kire yen se no na mo ngi betting tax na me mami amana na ejiji ana
once a miti o me dem nam gata nkrofo no am robbers musi meboa nti na American meboa
we am robbers akese pa na in fact this at forcing the teacher Ediama papa no this is a budget and restore the hope that we want in the economy. Alaska only me there. For the first time in 8 years, you have printed textbooks aman kwala.
That's right.
Now oba school the stress of going through. So top one textbooks 120 cedis, 150 cedis no. They fear who for so. Anya shekra edi or there be ebeba ema ye be school next time. Ye nyina benya resiemu say some part of our budget have been taken off. Tama yan ko school sana na etio Alaska. Enye se who go school and say na o mami akọ pesika bebrebe akọtọ textbook atowe.
Right.
Na buy a provide including even pens and pencils near the mayen. John Dramani Mahama. Nyame nsira o. Alaska de don. Nyame de o de wa cheyen kwa. Nyame nsira o bebele.
Menso me da say Dixon we fi bodua so say Alaska ya da se ni ejuma wo ye na wa ye ejuma papa. O si betting ta o si budget order fenyo order o si onafo afenyo market wa confuse o kan budget ni wi afo hu ni o kan but o ka ministers ni nyina so bi ambo modern na Jomahama na ni so ade hu no enkoso. Good evening.
Good evening, Alaska.
We didn't ba bi o ka so fi
Unia Zeuse from Asama.